Did you guys know that over 8 million Americans have slipped into poverty since May of 2020 this year? Many of you guys who watch this channel are seeking out more in your lives, whether it be personally or professionally. And like me, you probably like success, you like money, and a lot of you guys are probably sales professionals as well. And that's what we focus on here on this channel. But in order to go to that next level and further yourself, I think keeping perspective is something that's really important, something I struggle with often, and that's the inspiration for today's video. Really understanding new and unique worldviews, I think, is important just to further yourself and grow as a person and just be able to relate to other people more. Critical in sales. I came across this article today that I'm going to bring you guys that I think is going to absolutely astound you. Like I said in the beginning, 8 million Americans have slipped into poverty since May. We're going to talk about how to keep perspective during tough times and how you can take that to further your own success. Make sure to like this video and subscribe below because it really helps the channel, guys. Think about the nature of adversities and hardship, guys. I think a lot of them are probably similar to me, not getting the promotion, getting rejected by a girl, being made fun of, maybe mental stress from time to time. Something I struggle with, and as of recent, is keeping perspective. And I like to think of worst case scenarios in my head for one reason or another, whether it's, oh, if I don't hit my quota, XXX blank is gonna happen and my world's gonna fall apart, whatever. And in order to cope with this, sometimes I like to just go scroll through random information. And today I was on LinkedIn just scrolling up and down, and an article on the side caught my mind, and it said 900,000 unemployment jobless claims. And I said, okay, what is this? Just last week, one of the first weeks of October, over 900,000 Americans filed for unemployment. And I thought, that's tough. We hear a lot about this, but what does that actually mean? When I started to read deeper into it, I saw another article. 8 million Americans have slipped below the poverty line since the start of May. And that really caught my eye, and that was what inspired today's video. Just reading the title of this article honestly made me feel better. I was thinking, okay, well, at least I have good health, I have a good job, all these great opportunities, a bright future ahead. But then that was short-lived, and I thought, wow, 8 million people below poverty, that's a lot of people. What does that actually mean? So technically, being below the poverty line is essentially, it's an arbitrary number, and it's essentially having difficulty paying your rent, struggle paying the bills, and a tough time just getting food on the table. And one story in particular really caught my eye. To feed the children, Miss Jeffcoat said she sometimes skips meals, especially at the end of the month when the food stamps have run out. Her husband sold his tools to buy diapers, and Miss Jeffcoat tried to sell her eggs to a fertility clinic, but she did not medically qualify. Worse than the physical hardships is the worry. I've definitely, quote unquote, I've definitely found myself feeling a little bit more anxious, snappier with the children, Miss Jeffcoat said. So think about this, guys. Put this in perspective. So someone like myself, you could say some privilege. My concern is not hitting quota, hitting quota is just going to marginally increase the revenue of my company, which will even more marginally, from a small decimal percentage, increase the growth of the company, which is a good thing, important for society. Whereas someone's actual concern is putting food on their table and their general health and well-being of themselves and their families. So just hearing this, guys, just know that people are out there that are facing wild circumstances, and most of you guys who watch this are probably working professionals, and you may be worried about, where am I going to go get brunch with my friends at this morning? Oh, they didn't tag me in that Instagram post. Oh, I didn't get invited to the pumpkin patch to take pictures, whatever. I'm not saying this so you guys should feel bad for anyone, and I don't feel bad. I'm not trying to say or bring in any politics here, but just know that your conditions could be wildly different, and if you're watching this video, you're probably in a good spot. Now I'm going to talk about what this means and what I think it can mean for you guys going forward with this perspective in mind. I don't want to tell you guys how to live or feel, but really my thoughts on this video, how I feel, is that this is a great reminder for the privilege I have, and I recognize the opportunities that I have to really create the future I want. Really what drives me is success, and I feel fortunate to be put in a position where I can make videos, talk to you guys, deliver messages, things I'm thinking about, but also on a day-to-day basis, sell software for a great company and work with other great people. I feel that success is really my responsibility, my duty, and even from time to time, my ethical obligation, not only to myself, but to those around me and my future family. So I say this in a way, not necessarily to motivate you guys, but it's more of a motivator for me to know that I was fortunate enough to be in a situation, and if you're fortunate enough to be watching this video, recognize the opportunity you have at hand, because you have the ability to control everything in your life and the ability to create the life you want. We only get one chance at this. So if you're fortunate enough not to be in a position where you're fighting just to get food on the table, you got to make the most of it. And really how I'm taking that is I'm trying to waste less time. I'm trying to drink less alcohol. I'm trying to watch less TV. And I'm trying to replace those activities with more self-growth opportunities, reading more books, taking more time for reflection, putting more into this YouTube channel and talking to you guys. Make sure to like the video below. But in all seriousness, let me know how you guys feel in the comments. I really still don't know how to feel about this. It's crazy to me that think about that, 8 million people have slipped into poverty just since May. That's a lot of people. So for better or worse, we're all where we are today.